Today's to the point topic is how to create a bat vector using Lightburn. And I've made several attempts at this. I've got some over here in my art library, and they never come out the same. But hopefully, using one of the processes I've used will help you get ready for Halloween. So let's get rid of these. And we are going to grab a hexagon, hold down shift and just draw out a perfect hexagon. Click the selector tool, hold down the control key, and you get this little controller on top. Turn this into a triangle, squeeze it up a little bit, and you can use the comma key to rotate counterclockwise or the period to rotate clockwise, and just flip it around. And then we're going to grab a circle, hold down shift, draw out a perfect circle, click your selector tool, go up to arrange and break apart. And you know this will give you 4 equal parts. I'm just using the arrow keys to move these out of the way. We only need 1, so we'll grab this one since it's almost in position. We'll just delete the others. So we're going to start. This is the tail of the bat. So we're going to set this in place. And remember, you can use your scroll to scroll in and out. You can push down and move the entire canvas around. And we're just going to get that right on the edge there. And you can hold the Alt key and it'll help you get lined up right about there. We're going to select it, go to the offset tool, and we're just going to offset it outward and round by 1 millimeter. Click OK. Then you can pull out your original and just dump it. And we're going to select what we've created, duplicate, and just move it out with the arrow keys. And then we'll rotate it and try to match it up on that corner. Let me scroll in a little bit more. And this does not have to be perfect, folks. And if you play with this, you can you'll get better at making them, or you'll have an art library full of weird looking bats, but at least you'll have bats. So now you can select both of these. Don't weld them together yet. And then Control D to duplicate. Shift Control H, horizontal flip, and then you can use your left arrow key and just move it over and get it on that edge. And then if you need to get closer, just pull in on it. And again, it does not have to be perfect. Just get it in there somewhere like that. Okay, now we're going to get a copy of this. So select your tail, Control D, and just arrow it out. We're going to flip it around to make the sharp point of the wing, like that. And just get that on the edge. I had a sample pulled up that I was going to look at. Actually, we want to flip this all the way around and do it like that. There we go. Okay, now Control D, left arrow over, and then you can Control Shift H for a horizontal flip. Those hotkeys come in handy, folks, especially for me. And just get that on the corner, something like that. All right, now we're going to flip one around. We're going to Control D here. and we're going to shift Control V for vertical and just move it up, and then we're going to rotate it over because we want to maintain the point on that bat's wing. This is all going to come together, folks, so just bear with me. Just get that in there somewhere like that. You can cover up that corner like that. And then anytime you get one side set, you can duplicate, Control D, and then Control Shift H to flip it and pull it to the other side. And it should hit pretty close to where you need it to be. Okay, we're getting close, folks. Now, let's grab a circle, and don't hold Shift this time, and just pull out an oblong shape. Like that. Click your selector tool. Stretch this out to the edge. We're just filling in as much of this as we can. And when you use weld, which is what we're going to do, it can handle multiple shapes. Unlike union and any of the booleans, you're limited to 2 shapes. But with weld, you can use multiple shapes. Okay, so let's pull this up a little bit. You just don't want it to go past on the edges. All right, so we'll try our first weld. So you can select everything. You can go over to weld in the modifier tools, or you can go up to tools and weld right here. But it's not a boolean, so don't go to the boolean assistant. All right, weld. And then you can select everything, go up top and ungroup. That way, these leftover chunks that you didn't fill in, you can just pull them out of the way and delete them. Now we can select everything, kind of squeeze it up, make it look more like a bat. Then we can grab a circle, and again, don't hold Shift. Just pull it out, and then we want to get it about halfway on that line, but we want to come over and cover these sharp edges here, where the tip of the wing goes. And just pull that out like that. That should be okay. And then select your bat, Shift, select your oval, and then you can go over to subtract. And, you know, it looks something like a bat. We're going to put a head, so grab a circle, and you can draw it out perfect, and then we can mash it up and make it look a little more like a head. We mash it down a little bit, and then we'll put some ears on it. Something like that. Get it set, and then Shift, select your bat. Go up to vertical align and hit center. We can weld that into place like that. Let's grab another hexagon, hold Shift, draw it out. Click the selector tool, hold down the Control key, get your controller, get us another triangle. We squeeze that up a little bit. We're going to make that look like an ear. Let me scroll in a little bit. And that kind of looks like an ear. And then Control D. And then just arrow out your copy. Make sure it breaks the corner there. Is inside. And grab everything. And weld that. And I believe we have a bat. You could put, I see some bats that people make, they have little hands up here at the top, so I guess bats have hands. You could do that. You could put feet. Whatever you want to do, you can work with it and make it better. But that gives you an idea of how to make a bat. And now that you have it made with your art library open, I got too many in that art library. I'll go to this one. You can select it and then go down to import graphic from project. And then just give it a name. Click OK. And now your bat, you can delete this one. Delete it. And then when you want your bat back, just go grab it out of your art library and use it over and over without having to remake it. And if you don't have an art library, I'll drop a link down in the description with some instructions on how to make one.